Wi-Fi 1. The first generation of wireless networking, introduced in 1999, marked the initial era when users could access the internet without cables. It functioned on the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum and offered maximum throughput of up to 11 megabits per second. This capacity proved adequate for basic activities such as surfing websites and exchanging electronic mail. A significant drawback, however, stemmed from the 2.4 gigahertz band itself. Numerous household appliances and gadgets operate on the identical frequency range, including wireless telephones, microwave units, and Bluetooth transmissions. As a result, the wireless signal frequently experienced disruption or degradation whenever these items were in use. Given the modest speed available, the network could effectively support only a single user at a time. If a second individual attempted to join the connection simultaneously, performance would drop dramatically, becoming sluggish and unreliable. For this reason, many users during that period continued to favor traditional wired Ethernet links over the new wireless option. Wi-Fi 2 was also introduced in 1999, just like Wi-Fi 1, but it used the 5 GHz band instead of 2.4 GHz. Thanks to this higher frequency, it could deliver speeds of up to 54 megabits per second, making downloads faster and web pages load more smoothly. Not only was it faster, but the 5 GHz band also provided better stability compared to 2.4 GHz. Not only was it faster, but the 5 GHz band also provided better stability compared to 2.4 GHz. This is because most consumer devices only transmitted signals on the 2.4 GHz band, so the 5 GHz band faced far less interference. However, there was a trade-off. The 5 GHz signal had a much shorter range than 2.4 GHz. Because of this limited coverage, Wi-Fi 2 was mainly used in office environments where shorter distances were not an issue. Wi-Fi 3 was released in 2003, and this was the generation that truly helped Wi-Fi become popular among everyday users. It used the 2.4 GHz frequency band like Wi-Fi 1, but now it could reach speeds of up to 54 megabits per second, similar to Wi-Fi 2. This combination was important because Wi-Fi 1 had good coverage but was too slow, while Wi-Fi 2 was fast but had limited range. Wi-Fi 3 finally delivered both decent speed and wide coverage at the same time. Because of this balance, Wi-Fi started becoming common in homes and personal spaces around the world. Wi-Fi 4 arrived in 2009 and became the first generation to support dual-band connectivity. This meant that routers could transmit both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz signals simultaneously. Maximum speeds increased significantly, reaching up to 300 megabits per second on 2.4 GHz and up to 600 megabits per second on 5 GHz. With dual-band routers, users usually saw two Wi-Fi networks with similar names, both coming from the same router. For example, if the router was placed on the second floor of a house, a phone downstairs could stay connected using the 2.4 GHz signal because of its wider range. But when downloading games or streaming videos, users could move closer to the router and switch to the 5 GHz band for faster speeds and lower interference. Wi-Fi 4 also introduced a technology called MIMO, or Multiple Input, Multiple Output. Before MIMO, routers sent and received data one stream at a time, which caused delays. With MIMO, routers could transmit and receive multiple data streams simultaneously using multiple antennas, resulting in faster and more stable connections. Wi-Fi 5 was released in 2013 and became the first Wi-Fi generation to reach gigabit-level speeds. Operating on the 5 GHz band, it could deliver speeds of up to 3.5 gigabits per second, making it ideal for smooth 4K video streaming and downloading large files like AAA games. Wi-Fi 5 also introduced MU-MIMO, which is essentially MIMO designed for multiple users. Before this, routers could only send data to one device at a time, forcing other devices to wait. With MU-MIMO, routers could transmit data to multiple devices simultaneously, keeping performance smooth even with many active users. Another key feature of Wi-Fi 5 was beamforming. Normally, Wi-Fi signals spread out in all directions, wasting a lot of signal strength. Beamforming allows the router to focus the signal directly toward connected devices, improving strength and stability, especially at longer distances. However, it's important to remember that real-world speeds still depend on your internet plan. These speeds represent the router's maximum capability. So if you have a Wi-Fi 5 router but only a 100 megabits per second internet plan, you will still be limited to 100 megabits per second. To experience higher speeds, the internet plan itself must be upgraded. It operates on both the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bands and supports speeds of up to 9.6 gigabits per second. However, what truly makes Wi-Fi 6 stand out isn't just speed, but a new technology called OFDMA. This feature allows the router to manage multiple devices more efficiently, maintaining high performance even when many devices are connected. While Wi-Fi 5 supported MU-MIMO with 4 simultaneous data streams, Wi-Fi 6 doubles that to 8 streams. This is why Wi-Fi 6 is commonly used in places like cafes, airports, and homes with many smart devices. OFDMA also reduces latency, making Wi-Fi 6 ideal for competitive gaming and video calls that require fast, real-time responses. This focus on low latency is also why many Wi-Fi 6 routers have futuristic designs with sharp edges. Wi-Fi 6 was released in 2019 and was designed specifically to handle a large number of connected devices efficiently. Wi-Fi 6E was introduced in 2021 and is essentially Wi-Fi 6 with an added frequency band, 6 GHz. This new band is especially useful in environments like corporate offices and professional studios, where hundreds of devices already crowd the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bands. When too many routers and devices overlap on the same frequencies, connections can become unstable. The 6 GHz band was created to solve this problem by providing a clean, interference-free space. However, not all devices support Wi-Fi 6E yet. Support is mostly limited to high-end devices such as iPhones and MacBooks, Samsung Galaxy Ultra models, and Asus ROG laptops. You may also notice that some Wi-Fi 6E systems look different from traditional routers because they use mesh networking. Mesh systems use multiple smaller routers placed throughout a building to create one large Wi-Fi network, allowing devices to automatically connect to the nearest access point for better coverage. Wi-Fi 7 was released in 2024 and is known as Extremely High Throughput, or EHT Wi-Fi. It can reach an incredible maximum speed of 46 gigabits per second. One of its biggest advancements is a feature called MLO, or multi-link operation. Normally, devices connect using only one frequency band at a time. With MLO, Wi-Fi 7 devices can connect to multiple bands simultaneously and combine them. This means users get the long range of 2.4 GHz along with the high speed and low congestion of the 5 GHz and 6 GHz bands at the same time. Wi-Fi 7 also introduces multi-RU puncturing, which helps stabilize connections during interference. Instead of disconnecting, the router intelligently uses the clean parts of the signal. Of course, all these advanced features make Wi-Fi 7 routers more expensive, and they are mostly targeted at tech enthusiasts and high-end gamers who truly need this level of performance.